Tier 5, let's go. What is up, everybody? So this is my first Tier 5 war. This is just a little example of what I'm looking at on my path, which is path 9. Hazard shift, incinerate, and poison. So on my lineup was Havoc and then Kitty Pryde for section 1. Obviously for Havoc, one of the best counters, if not the best counters, is Colossus. The only issue is he's not poison immune, so doing this fight took a little bit longer than I wanted because when the poison timer was on, I have to keep my distance and make sure I don't hit him so I don't take that poison damage. So going straight into this, I was trying to get a parry off so I can get a little bit of damage on him, but as you know, Havoc, it can be a little pain to parry, so kind of just said, screw it, I'll attack when I can. And then next thing I knew, I was kind of in the corner, but I wasn't too worried because his heavy attacks and his basic attacks are pretty easy to dex even in the corner. So I'm just taking that damage there. Incinerate timer's on, so I'm immune to it, so I'm just waiting for his heavy, bait it, and now I can do a little bit of damage. I tried to do that SP1 to give us a little bit of space, but as you can see, it really did nothing. So I'm back to square one, poison timer, and I'm just like, oh crap, man, this fight is not going well. But not to spoil it, I ended up winning, but you'll see. So incinerate timer on, got that good parry off of him. So I'm just trying to get as much damage as I can, try to get as much space between us as I can, because here comes the poison timer again. There we go. And I really like trying to push him to 2 bars because that special 2 is way easier to dex than special 1. That's just my opinion. You all might think different, but anytime I fight Havoc, I really try to get him to 2 bars. But yeah, he can kind of be a pain sometimes. So this fight is pretty much over. Got the little intercept, get the special, he's dead. This next fight I was a little, I'm not gonna say I was worried about, but Kitty Pryde can kind of be a pain. And what I was worried about is I'm running Nimrod, and he's not incinerate immune. So for that first 10 seconds, I can't do anything. So I was hoping that, if I just parry, back off, parry, and back off, that it would buy 10 seconds. And give me time to, get my 2 bars of power. So pretty much running all my basic boosts, and I ran the 33% special boost, which gives you 1 bar of power, because my plan was to get the 2 bars and then just pretty much shock her to death. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just parrying, buying time, waiting for that incinerate timer to go off. I see those little phasing attacks and I'm like, oh crap, here it comes, So took a couple chances hitting her with the incinerate timer on, but nothing happened. And I got my 2 bars, special 2, and just watch how she just melts away. Oh crap. Yep, Nimrod for the win. I don't even think I lost any health. So this is Odin's pre-fights. I'm running those on Colossus because section 2, you take, instead of incinerate and poison, it's shock and bleed. Now Colossus is immune to bleed, but he's not immune to shock. So running Odin's pre-fights, he has 80% shock immunity. And I didn't know if this guy was running suicides or not, so I decided that I kind of had to have a mutant, and all my other mutants are kind of tied up right now on either quests or whatever, so I said I'll just run Colossus. I learned a valuable lesson one time. I went up against Elsa on a biohazard path, and I did not have a mutant, and they were running suicides, which means she automatically takes bleed, and if you're not a mutant, you're just gonna get degen to death. And I think I lost that fight like 10 seconds, and I was really confused. So now when I see her, I just run a mutant to be safe. So got 80% shock immunity. Shock's not really doing anything to me. It's kind of healing me. This fight's pretty simple. So on this node, you do have one eye open, which means you take 100% of the damage given to the opponent when they're stunned, but Colossus bypasses that. So when he parries and he hits you with a heavy when you're stunned, he automatically turns that stun into a passive fury, so you don't take any damage when you when you hit him. The only damage you take is when you parry. You'll see right there I lose, I think, 2 or 3% health, because when you parry, he does do damage to you. So that's one way you can do it. Another safe way is to just intercept or just hold block and bait their heavies. Now this fight, I sped this up because this was super long, man. All those armor up buffs he had, and it was dreadful. I want to say it was like 3 minutes maybe, but yeah. So this one, this was a super simple fight. Just make sure you bait his special ones, because special 2, that's kind of damn hard to dex, and it's a pain if he gets you. So I'm just baiting out his special ones, and I ended up realizing like halfway through the fight, the most damage I can get is if I parry, hit him with a heavy, and then immediately throw a special 3. That did the most damage, and you'll see, like I said, about halfway through, and he got lucky there. So I'm about to parry, throw the heavy, special 3, and when I hit him with that, and I was like, oh crap, that did a decent amount of damage, so I'm just going to keep doing that. So, yeah, on fast forward, look how long this stupid fight is. Man, I can't stand Red Skull. I think I hit into his block at one point. I don't know what I was doing. I was bored or something, but yeah, it took a lot of damage on that. I think it's coming up here. Maybe not. Yep, there it is. That was such a stupid move. I always feel like if you hit their block, it'll taunt them, and it's just... I play Warlock so much, I'm so used to it that sometimes and it's always Red Skull. I hit him into his block, and I'm like, oh my god, why'd I do that? So, yeah, this fight's pretty much over. Just gonna bait him in, heavy, special 3. I think he has like 1% health. Yeah, and then I just kill him off. So, yeah, that's tier 5. That's the biohazard path, and some good options you guys can use to get past it.